Hi there, it's David Young, the Resourceful Coach, and today's tip, we're going to work on really getting your effort level to the right position to then get 100% result with your shots. So what I see with a lot of golfers is the physical effort they're putting in is way more than the result that they're getting. So what we're going to show you today, what I've had a lot of feedback from my particular videos is people look at my swing and think, well, it looks effortless. And it looks like you're only doing a 3/4 swing. So the way I want you to think about it is how much physical effort are you putting into the shot? And when you watch a top player, do they really look like they're on that limit? Are they at that 100%? Let's say 100% is that limit where you could be pushing yourself over the edge. Do they look like they're much more in control of what they're doing? And what I found is if I can get my golfers to play nearer to 75% physical effort, they get 100% result. We're going to show you how to do that today. So what's important to understand is that the majority of golfers, you're not playing it for your living. So the importance is understand, how can I get a swing that can repeat itself and I can consistently connect with the golf ball to get the results that I want. And the whole idea of my videos, what I call these 12 shots of golf, and please look at some of the videos, is to give you data to understand what you need to achieve to play to a certain level. And that's the big thing for me. When I first started playing golf, you sort of get into it as a junior golfer. Then after a while, you realize I'm quite good at this, I'm okay. And now can I make a profession? So your first goal is, how do I become a scratch golfer? How do I get to that shooting par regularly? And that's pretty much what my game's become. I've learned what to achieve to play to that level. Nobody told me how to swing the club to do it. I just worked out how I would get the golf ball around the golf course. And what's developed over time, it looks like, again, if you look at my videos, it looks like I'm only swinging the club about a 3/4 swing. I'm not intentionally doing that. That's just a swing that has developed to give me the power that I need to play to this level. And what I would say to most of you, if you can copy my swing, copy this sort of 75–80% effort, and you get that consistency on the strike, what you find then is you start to understand how far you're hitting each club. Now, previous videos that I've done, I did one, what we call effortless power. And I go back and have a look at that. But we're going to do a sort of, within this video, we're going to talk a little bit about a certain technique that the reason why I probably have ended up swinging at 75% power and what looks a 3/4 swing is because of this one drill. And it's what I call the L to L swing. And what I found with most of my golfers is that if you get a golfer doing this well, they probably hit the golf ball within 90–95% of the distance they think they would if they were doing a full swing. And that's because the body, the arms, the club all become a little bit more in balance, and the golfer isn't trying to hit the ball so hard. So there's that tendency, as we say, less is more in this game. And we're going to show you this sort of drill, in a sense, as I said, this L to L swing, and then show you as I go through my clubs how this will help me to get the desired result that I want. So when I look at the golf swing, I want really 3 main power sources when I'm playing golf. I want the feeling that I'm going to get leverage through my arms. So basically my arms are going to swing the golf club up. I'm going to get a sensation that my wrists, what we call cock, which sends the club up into that position, and my body's going to rotate. And they're the 3 key elements that I would like to see in everybody's golf swing. And all of them in their own right will give you power. But what we're going to do is show you this L to L swing, and we're going to show you how important to get the arms and the wrists working correctly, and the body just responds to that. I think that's the important thing. Let your body just react to it, stay relaxed, and you'll find your body will turn nicely anyway. So we're just going to make a swing where if we were standing sort of normal position there, I'm just going to swing my arms back so my hand is basically level with my shoulder. And that's all I want you to do. That's your sort of position. That's as far as you're going to go back. And what we're looking for, and hopefully you can see on the camera there, as I go back, the wrists would cock, and there's our L position. We'll just call it a right angle position. Okay? And as I do that, as I naturally, if I just turn this way, as I get my hands in line, pretty much going back towards my right shoulder, look how my body naturally turns. So we've created this first L position. And what I found then is if I could get into that position, and now I let my arms basically drop, the weight of the club would uncock the wrist, I let it swing through, I would recreate that position the other side of the swing. And what I found in my own swing, and then I found with a lot of golfers, is if you allowed that just to uncock down at the bottom, you started to reach the bottom of the arc, you started to strike the ball better. So my swing, as I said, it looks like a 3/4 swing, but because it's repeating itself and I know it's going to give me enough power, I get 100% result. Okay, I get 100% the distance that I need to do to play to my level. And whatever level you play at, give this idea a go. Okay, go to the practice ground. Think of making this 3/4, 75% swing, hit some shots, and just see what happens. Just do it with an 8-iron. I've got a 7-iron, 7 or an 8-iron. Just hit a few balls and just get the feeling of that. And you'll be quite surprised if you get the connection right. You'll be within, as I said, 10% of your normal distance, because you've pretty much got the swing you need. You've got the 3 power sources: the leverage of the arms, the wrist cock, and the body turn. But more importantly, you've got control of yourself. And I think that's the important thing. When you go to the ball, it's making sure then you've got that control nice and balanced through the swing. You can see I'm not doing anything different to what I would just said that you do. And you've seen my swing on plenty of videos. There, through, and we hit it away. And that golf ball, even on today, got a really cold day. It's probably flown about 135 yards. We're talking 0 degrees today here in Kent. First week in January. So that ball hasn't really flown too far, but it felt the right movement. And the key thing is, it doesn't matter what club you're using. So if I go to something like a little hybrid now, is feel that same sensation. Just because it's a bigger club, don't suddenly, I've got to make a bigger swing. Remember, you go out and you can buy 14 of these things. Okay, let's forget the putter, but 13 clubs that are designed in a way that should hit the golf ball further if you did a consistent swing. So if I've hit that 130 yards, now normally that would go probably 155 on a normal day, so I'm losing around about 20% of my distance because of the conditions. If I hit a nice hybrid, it would probably just be going over 200 yards. So realizing that if I'm losing 20%, this is only going to go maybe 165 yards. That's okay. So I'm just making that 3/4 swing. Feel that smoothness, consistent swing back and through. And I can see that ball fly down. On our range, I've got different posts. And what I've seen is, yeah, the first shot with the iron ended up between the second and the third post. That's between the 100 and the 150. And that one's just gone over the 150. But that's what it's going to do today. But hopefully what you can see is I stuck to that L to L swing, and I've just kept that fluency to the swing. And what you may find, like we would look at with top players, if we looked at somebody like an Ernie Els, it looks like he's creating that position. But then as he goes back, he just makes that little bit more of a shoulder turn to complete the swing. And if that's where you can get to, great. Now for me, I'm a 52-year-old man. Basically, my body isn't as flexible as it was when I first started playing this game at 10 years of age. So that's another reason why my swing isn't as full as maybe it could be. But that's okay, because again, as I said, I've learned to deal with that. And I can still connect with the ball and get the golf ball going down the hole, down the practice ground the way I want to. But what I've found is, by having this, as I said, 75% physical effort, my strike improved. I then knew what my 100% result would be. And it became more consistent. And actually, as your confidence grows, you tend to find you probably do just add a little bit more, but not intentionally. It just happens as your sort of instincts make that change. Allow that to happen, really important. So there's my swing, my 3/4 swing as you guys think it is, but actually it's my full swing. But what I've learned through that L to L drill, it allows me to get that consistency. And as I said, if you want a little bit more in depth look at it, go back to the effortless power video that I did. And you'll find then you can work on those ideas and see how that works. But I'll guarantee if you can get that power very much within yourself, you're going to have a lot more success. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please share it with your friends and please subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon.